I mean, I've made banana bread, and I know we're about to just come on, so people are going to be like, why are we talking about banana bread?
Don't let them know.
But
don't tell them.
They said use a pinch of salt one time. It was this, and I only used a pinch of salt, but it was
a pouch of salt. You misread the translation.
No, it's like it was the saltiest banana bread I've ever had, and it was like, it was still all right, but I've just opted to never use salt. I don't know why the recipe told me add salt to it, but it was a waste of usage, and I never did again. And all my banana breads have turned out great.
Salt is good, but yeah, it might have been too salty or something. Hey guys, welcome to 10 More Minutes. I'm Chris.
I'm Sam.
And we're talking about banana bread today.
Yeah, talk about banana bread and roasts and how when you follow the recipe, stuff still just goes awry.
Yup. Happy birthday, Val.
Happy birthday, Val.
Yeah, I just caught that before we popped onto the stream, so happy birthday. 27, I think you said? It's awesome. We got Ares killed off last stream, yeah, so now we need to just get Athena, which is just going to be up to RNG and then just being good. But we'll see how that works.
Banana bread really is the breakfast of champions. Banana bread is great.
Chocolate banana bread is incredible.
Yeah, I'll take any kind of banana bread too. But yeah, except banana bread with nuts. I don't think that's as good.
I don't think much like
it's not
brownies.
Terrible.
I don't think they belong in a fucking. I don't think nuts belong in a banana bread or brownies.
I don't like nuts and bread. Nuts and bread
I don't either.
I've had it a couple times. I like wheat breads, but anytime there's been like, let's have a bread nut blend.
Well, yeah. Light nuts, like sunflower seeds, or maybe something like that.
But those aren't really. I don't really even think of sunflower seeds as nuts. Yes, they are nuts. But like, I'm thinking
this motherfucker doesn't think sunflower seeds are nuts.
I'm thinking like walnuts and cashews and like other like big nuts where it's just like. Those don't belong in bread. Why are you putting that together?
Why are you fucking up my bread?
Done by themselves? Great.
Unless it's a nut bread, then fine. Then traditionally, yeah.
I get
but
it.
I don't eat them. I don't eat nut breads.
I've had them before, and I don't know what they're supposed to go well with, because everything I've ever made with them is like, it doesn't go well with a meat sandwich.
I think it's just supposed to be hearty and on its own, with like some jam or some butter or something.
I can see that, because every time I try to make a PB&J with it or anything, like, it's just like, this is just terrible. This is just not good.
That's what rye is for, if you really want something kind of like that,
Well, yeah, like rye bread is great. I'm not hating on people that like the nut breads. It's just... bread in my mind is for a sandwich, and if it's not serving that purpose, it better be like really good, like sourdough bread, or like I'm going to an Italian restaurant type of bread,
Yeah, I can have breads that have like if you go to, oh man, what is the one that's out in not Old Spaghetti Factory? They have like a 30-page fucking menu. God, what is it? Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah, I want my breads to be soft.
I kept wanting to say Old Spaghetti Factory. They have a bread that's a really good, like a rye molasses oat bread or something like that.
Yeah, like
that's good.
I've had oat breads before. Maybe like it has to be like maybe like I don't mind oats around like the crust of the bread.
Just the tippity,
It's when they're baked inside of it, and then I chew into the bread and like, this is not what I was wanting. This is not what I expected.
Jimmy, there are fish bones all over the place. Passive. When your bullet hits the coin, it may double or disappear. Oh, geez. Drops random coins. Okay, I'll try Jimmy out for a while. I'll remember that my gun is here.
Have you guys ever had a PB&J with chips, like as an inside with it?
Inside, yeah.
I've had chips within sandwiches before.
That's a very dad thing.
That's not bad. It depends on the chips and it depends on the sandwich, but I would never do PB&J in chips unless you give me like... I'm trying to think of what chip would go well with a PB&J.
I think the only chip that goes inside of a sandwich, if at all, which is not my jam, but it would be like Lay's, just classic.
Yeah, but then
maybe a barbecue, maybe.
I think on a barbecue sandwich, you've got a nice crunchy like kettle chip. Mm-hmm. I think that can go well with like a barbecue style sandwich.
I can't do chips inside my sandwich. That was my dad's jam when I was a kid, and I'm sure it still is for him.
Kangaroo jerky would recommend. Never had it.
Kangaroo jerky? I want to say I think I've had kangaroo. At a restaurant. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I guess I'm going this way.
I'd need like, if it's a PB&J, I would need... It'd have to be something either like you don't really want a sweet chip. I want something with the crunch, but not something with a ton of taste in it. Maybe like a...
Well, wouldn't you want it for the salty, crunchy factor?
Yeah, so maybe like a pita chip, but even that feels like that
really?
would... I don't-
That's a little hefty.
It is hefty though. Like maybe it's too hefty for a PB&J. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't like it, so maybe, I mean, I can't really say, you know, like, oh, this one is better than this one, but I do think that the idea behind having chips inside of sandwiches is to give a little something that you're not getting in the sandwich,
Awesome,
which would be a crunch or a salt or something
Yeah,
like that.
you want something
know?
crunchy, you want something salty, but I just can't think of a good PB&J like chip. I could think of like a cracker, like a graham cracker. That would probably work, but that's not really the same kind of
and like
texture.
a PB&J?
Yeah, because,
no,
like-
I could see like a thin graham cracker or something
Yeah,
maybe in there.
like
it
that
sounds
could
like it
work.
would squish out the PB&J.
Yeah,
but
it doesn't sound like it
you
would
know,
work super well.
that's
I don't.
more of a cracker than a chip.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I'm not sure what kind of chip, because like I wouldn't want to put layers of Doritos in it. Like that would be gross. Like those are two weird flavors. But if you gave me like a chicken sandwich, and like, and I was a kid, and you're like, hey, try and put like nacho Doritos in there, I might be down for that. I'd
Maybe.
be willing to try that, or like Cool Ranch Doritos.
Lily says Old Spaghetti Factory is what got her to start eating again as a kid.
I remember
it's
that,
funny
yeah.
because my sister, it was the exact same thing. My sister would only eat bread and carbs. So when my dad took us out to go do anything on his weekends with us, we'd go to the Old Spaghetti Factory. Because, I mean, that would be the only thing that she would actually eat and seem to enjoy. She'd eat all the bread and barely touch the spaghetti.
I never liked the Old Spaghetti Factory spaghetti though,
I mean, I like their
which is
Mazitra
funny
and
because
stuff.
like I don't know. I always preferred my mom's.
I mean, that's cool. She
Yeah.
might have the jam. She might have it down, you know?
Oh yeah, I don't know. I think just the brand we bought from Safeway was just always really solid.
Yeah, I mean, you can get some good...
Spaghetti's so easy to make at home. Like
Yeah.
you can buy some good
especially if you get
noodles.
some good noodles. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it right there. The good noodles.
Hell, that package of udon that I buy is really good.
It
and it's
is.
like,
I know
yeah.
which one you buy. It's the
It's
big,
only, like,
thick ones, and they're
yeah.
already like
They're
they're kind of
pre-made.
wet.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
They're like only $2 too per package, so it's like it's cheap.
and it
and
makes
it's really
more,
good.
it makes more than like one meal if you really
Oh,
pack it with other. If you pack it with other stuff.
If you pack it with other stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
But even when I do broccoli with it, it's like nah, that's a one meal.
Yeah,
type
I
thing.
pack meat and stuff in it too.
Oh
So,
yeah. If I had meat and other things, then for sure. If I was
Yeah.
like,
Congratulations on 1,000 bits, Jay.
oh, and thanks for all the
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for all the cheers, Belita.
Yep. Happy birthday
Pepper
again.
chips in a good sandwich, like a kind of like a roasted chicken.
That okay? I
or-
think I could do that.
I could totally be down
Yeah.
for that. Like I said, chips and sandwiches are fine. It just really depends on like the blend that you're going for. And I think like a meat sandwich, chips totally work. You can kind of get away with a lot of
I
different
think
flavors.
you could. Yeah.
But PB&J, that'd be a tough one. You'd really have to, because I don't think Lay's chips work because they're too soft and they get all moist and you'd lose the crispiness flavor of it. And I don't think that like salty potatoey flavor. Maybe if it was a potato kettle chip, but even then, like it's a very like maybe every now and then.
Yeah, I like having it on the side.
I'd try
I
it.
can't do it.
Yeah.
I just can't. I mean, I'd love to. I can't. I'd like to have them on their own. I don't like mixing my shit like that. You know?
I never really liked the combo of PB&J with Lay's chips to begin with. Like I never thought that was a great combo
Really?
to start. So I was like, that was always just what's easy for your mom to make for school. Mm-hmm. PB&J because she's got 4 other kids. She's got 3 other kids. So like, what's the easiest thing to make? PB&J is it.
cool.
What's the
Future
easiest
tech.
thing to throw in? Well, Lay's are cheap. Throw them into plastic baggies and off you go.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, we had peanut butter and honey most of the time. I hated that sandwich. I don't think it's
what
bad.
did you say it was?
Peanut butter and honey.
Peanut butter and honey.
Yeah, because
okay,
because
yeah.
like not enough money and honey was cheap, and like you should just be able to squeeze that out really quick on like some bread and wipe some peanut butter. Bam, there you go.
I
There's
can
a sandwich.
see that working. Yeah.
It's not a bad flavor, but only if you eat it instantly. Because what happens is it crystallizes the bread and it starts to like seep into it.
Oh, you're
So
talking about like the honey bear
yeah,
honey.
the honey bear
Yeah,
honey, and
yeah.
it causes the bread to kind of like change its texture to this weird kind of
I get you. Yeah.
mushy, crystally.
Would that be something you put like graham crackers in then? I could see graham crackers working.
I could see
something like
graham
that.
crackers totally working a peanut butter and honey sandwich like that with graham crackers. Actually, sounds like a really good treat.
I would think so. Like when I was a kid, for snack and stuff, like because my parents would put me in like an after school thing, because they were either working or away or do something else. We would have the bear honey, you know, and we'd have it with graham crackers and some kind of
totally
veggie or
works.
something. It's like, oh hell yeah, that sounds awesome.
No, yeah, honey and graham crackers totally works. That's why there's honey graham crackers.
Well, they were honey graham crackers on top of honey on top, but yeah.
Honey's great no matter which way you roll it.
Oh god, oh god, oh god. Do I want to hit that? I want to hit that. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. There's the injury. That's what I needed to get. Now I can go use the special area.
I don't mind mixing things. It depends. Like the flavors have to complement each other. I'm always willing to usually try certain things.
You put peanut butter in tortillas though.
Yeah, I mean that's because it's low carb, so it's kind of like a bread. It's like having a PB&J but lower carb type deal.
You do like an American Euro style.
Yeah, it's like an American Euro style. I'm not saying it's not weird, but it's like it's convenient, it's portable.
Peanuts in a tortilla just seem a little odd to me. But
it doesn't taste.
But if you fucking like it, do it.
It tastes good. Like it tastes like just like a bread.
Thanks for the follow.
It's like to be fair, it's not a corn tortilla. That would be gross.
No. Yeah, it's a flour
tortilla. Yeah, corn tortilla with that would be a terrible combo. But a flour tortilla, it's not bad. It's a nice like instant like okay like less carbs than bread because it's a low carb tortilla. Throw in some fruit in there.
Oh yeah.
Use your blueberries or like mangoes, which are delicious as well. Because that's just like
I need to go off the Athena. I forgot that I needed to go purple power. Fuck.
It's like a weird amalgamation of like what a PB&J is, but different.
Yeah. Quick question, Blue. With it already full to red on the Aries thing, can I change it to purple by hitting a purple thing? Or is it too late?
5, 6, 7. Yes, corn tortillas taste very different than flour tortillas. Corn tortillas are more traditional. Flour tortillas are less traditional in terms of like Mexican dishes.
Yeah.
But yeah, corn tortillas are good, but I would never put peanuts in them. That would be like peanut butter on a corn tortilla. That sounds gross. That sounds disgusting. That does not complement. But a flour tortilla, in my mind, like it tastes similar to like like the flour ones, like kind of like Wonder Bread in a way. It's like it's like Wonder Bread, and I can wrap it up.
I get that.
Because sometimes people will take like butter and cinnamon in a flour tortilla.
That's a pretty traditional thing,
Yeah, so it's kind of like
works out.
It's like the similar idea where it's like, hey, it's a little bit of like saltiness and it's a little bit of sweet.
Shit, man.
I'm not saying it's normal, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's someone else in the world that's done that too.
Oh yeah.
I got the idea because I used to buy bread and have like put some peanut butter on it and bananas, like as a low carb, kind of like morning breakfast. But then I got lazier.
Bananas are pretty high carb.
Okay, well, a high protein or high density, quickly made breakfast that wasn't too big in calories. So it was like, oh, this is cool. But then I found like the convenience of it wasn't that great. And then I stopped buying bread, and I was like, well, I kind of liked that idea. It's like
being able to have something.
Being able to have something and have something that was portable and easy that I could whip up really fast, that doesn't take any real prep time. I was like, oh, well, what if I try this? And at first it was just, peanut butter's good, jelly's good. What's jelly? Jelly is just fruit mashed up. I have all this frozen fruit. That's pretty good. What do mangoes taste like with peanut butter? That's actually pretty good.
Mangoes taste like with peanut butter.
I like flour tortillas. What if I just combine all three of those?
I mean, if you like it, you like it, man. I fucking can't blame you for that. I mean, I've eaten weirder shit and less good things, so
I'm just giving the thought process.
Nothing I can, defend on my side of things if you were to be like, well, what about this? Yeah, no, you're right. Like, I don't...
It's just that's the thought process behind what arrived me to this point where that's like become my go-to snack. Where it's like, the fruit's not high in carbs, but
I can actually
it's also good carbs. It's not bad. It's like, it's good for you. It's fruit, like vitamin D, all that stuff. It's fructose, all that good stuff. Then low carb tortilla, which became my default snack because I'm terrible with snacks. I buy like
delicious ramen. Oilless has got delicious ramen now, he said.
You're lucky.
To space.
I gotta buy more.
To infinity, increase your jump height. Nice. Maybe I can get that chest now.
Yeah, my snack game is bad.
What up, Gabby?
Hey, Gabby.
Man, I'm not looking forward to after Christmas, and once we're done with the carby stuff in the house, we're not buying anymore, and it's going to be back to doing stuff. Because Jen bought some like crab meat type stuff, so we can do garlic noodles as kind of our last hurrah for carbs and stuff like that.
Try and get back
crab
on,
garlic
like,
noodles, it's challenging.
Yeah.
But
it's a good thing to challenge yourself with, though.
I'm gonna try though. Yeah, definitely. Don't shoot at me with your balls.
No, I mean, it's hard to kind of maintain on that, and I'm definitely less carb focused, but I found that now that I've gotten down to the weight that I'm at, I'm like, as long as I don't overeat and like overindulge in things, I'm like, nah, I'm pretty much fine. Like, I maintain that the weight that I want to be at.
Nice, that's good.
Which is the one benefit of 6 years of working out.
Let's see if I can get this chest real quick. Doing. Oh yeah, that's right. Extra
LJ, I'm kind of the same way. Like, bread's always been one of my default kind of snacks. So
sliced.
Like, that's why I like the low carb flour tortillas, because like someone's like, what's my snack game right now? Well, there's a low carb tortilla. I guess I'll just eat that.
What's my snack game like?
My snack game is bad because if I buy like nice snacks to be like, oh, if you're smart, you'll spread these out and you won't eat them all at once. I don't have that kind of game. I buy like snacks. It's like, well, there's that bag of popcorn. It's gonna be gone within a day.
Oh yeah.
Forget about
that is right. I can use my passive ability to get coins, or is it it's my active ability? Yeah, I can use my active ability to get coins. I was worried about using my gems because I need them in order to get to Athena, or at least try to get access to her. But in the end, if I have any extras on this level, which I will, I'll be able to use them to pass or actively get coins.
LJ, that's also why I don't buy bread and I buy those low carb tortillas that are so full of dietary fiber and stuff to like balance it out. Because like, cool. If I munch on this,
do the poopies.
Yeah, but it's like if I munch on this, it's like, all right, it's not high in calories, it's low in carbs. All right, cool. Whereas if I just buy sourdough bread, oh man, that whole thing's gone. I'll eat that whole loaf. It'll be. You buy a loaf from Safeway, like a nice. They have
really nice sourdough loaves at Safeway now.
They make such good, like ciabatta bread and all that stuff. Oh man, ciabatta bread. I love bread. There's a reason why I don't buy it anymore, because I absolutely will just demolish it.
Bread is delicious.
Bread goes with everything too. Like bread, like with soups, bread with just hummus, bread with anything. Like you can put bread in anything. I'm like, yeah, I'll eat it. I don't care.
Fuck it. Eat some bread.
God, bread's great. Bread's probably my favorite food.
It's because carbs are delicious. That's why.
That's the problem.
That's what makes it hard.
Yeah.
Fucking carbs. How dare you?
My diet's pretty low in carbs, but yeah, like noodles and bread, they're also great, so it's hard to cut them out.
Especially when there's like all the cheap staples are rice and beans. They're all carbs. It's like, God damn it! Yeah. Why would you do this to me?
And eventually, once you get down to where you want to be, like you can add those in as long as you're not like.
Yeah. No, I got you. I feel you. You can. It's just. It doesn't work out with the specific one that I'm using to. Yeah,
you're on a much different diet than I go on.
Bing, 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 bing. But yeah, Jen has a chocolate banana bread recipe that's so good. It's incredible.
I did find out that tofu though is pretty low on carb. That's become like, I'm not going vegan. I don't ever think I plan to.
Yeah, because if you go vegan, then you will be gone. Scott Pilgrim.
But honestly, like tofu has become my kind of go-to, where it's like, man, it's cheaper than chicken. It still tastes really good. I can do a lot of different things with it. Fuck it. Just go tofu.
I don't know how it works with muscle building and stuff like that. I heard it could have some effects that
I've seen like certain
but
bodybuilders that have a completely strict tofu diet, and he's ripped, so it's like,
the one guy.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, if you want like instant muscles, but I'm not going to try and be ripped, so it doesn't matter.
I'm just saying it's something to think about. I know you're out there working out all the time. You said 6 years, so it's like, okay, well, I mean, get him.
It won't have the impact to where like it would affect me. If I was going to be a bodybuilder, sure, you'd probably want to have more of an exact diet, but my diet's more like, is this going to cause me to get really fat? No? Okay, I think I think I've peaked, and maybe in 3 months from now I'll feel different and try again when it's not freezing cold. But for now it's like,
Today was a bit chilly.
yeah. Every day's been chilly for me though.
Yeah, it has been a little bit chilly. Just a wee bit. Ever since it's gone under 70 degrees. That didn't end. I was hoping to get the friggin' final room.
That's true.
The hidden room.
Oilless, I remember.
There you go.
Oilless.
You did it.
Tofu, that's the thing I like about it though. Like if you want to make spicy tofu, you can make spicy tofu. If you want to make sweet tofu, you can make sweet tofu.
Oh, it takes up whatever flavor.
It takes whatever flavor, and if you just do a little bit of avocado oil or some kind of like oil in a skillet, it'll grill up really nice. So
It's good stuff.
yeah, or you can kind of like mix it up, and like it's just a nice easy dish, like easy thing to make with rice and like kind of some other like vegetable or some other meat. No, not meat. Some other like veggies or something else like squash or any kind of vegetables. Works really well.
I mean, you can still have it with meat. It's delicious in meat.
It's good with meat too, but if you're like on a tofu-based diet, then like
Yeah, which you're not though, right?
No, not particularly, but I'll have fish. But man, I haven't bought chicken forever. I've had that frozen chicken since March.
Oh, look at this! Look at this!
I almost kind of wonder if that chicken's still good.
Frozen or?
It's been frozen. Since March.
Chicken can stay for like a year. I mean, it's gonna be kind of chewy and freezer burned a little bit, but chicken can stay, I believe, for about a year in the freezer.
I'll have to check that because it's been in the freezer this whole time.
Yeah.
No, I still eat
double
salmon.
check. I think it's 9 months to 16 months, somewhere in that range.
Something like that.
I think it's like 3 months just under a year, or 3 months over a year. I can't quite remember, but chicken holds pretty well, man.
I think I bought it like in April or March.
I wouldn't worry too much about it anyway. Like,
not too
so long
worried
as
about
you eat it when you do it and you don't like make leftovers of it,
Oh yeah.
then it's like, oh okay, yeah. I think it'd be probably be pretty safe. We got it, boys and girls. Token got. That's part of it. So we can go challenge Athena. Now it's just about getting powerful enough. Oh man. Got it. This is gonna be good. For everyone who believed in me, this one's for you.
No worries, Lily.
Since everyone decided to vote. I don't know what the prediction is. I didn't even get to see it, so I'm imagining it's if I will find or kill Athena.
Yeah, Oilless, that makes sense for people that have self-control. I don't have any, which is why I make sure I buy what I buy and I don't buy other things. I'm not great at like, just don't eat too much. Yeah, about that.
Yeah, don't eat too much. Say to the person that's overweight or was overweight at one point. Yeah, no, I guess it was that simple, huh? Wasn't it?
It's why when I buy ice cream, I buy those Halo Tops where like it's only 300 calories, and it's only one of them. I can't buy.
Yeah, you can't go eat the whole gallon then.
I can't buy the Safeway gallon one because I don't have self-control, and then I'll feel sick and I'll feel like garbage. So I'm like, I buy a Halo Top, I'll eat all of that, and I'll still feel slightly sick, but it'll be gone. I'll be like, I cut off that nerve, I cut off that ending. It's like, all right, cool. I feel a little bit better now.
No, it's a good way to go about it. You know?
Yeah, I mean, Oilless, I used to weigh like almost 300. So like I'm down to like 160 now, like 155 to 160. So
half your weight.
Yeah, like and I was tall, so I hit it well. But whenever I tell people, they're like, "Really?" I was like, "Yeah." Hey,
extra
Captain
jump height?
America.
Winged hat, and they make you make an extra jump. Wait, there we go. Okay, the first one didn't go through. Okay, let's see. I can go for the boss, and I could probably crack that crystal. Yeah, I'm gonna crack that crystal.
I mean, the biggest thing for everybody is you have to find what works for you. And I know that's kind of passing the buck, but that's really what it is.
Well, it's a lot of just trying things out, and if it doesn't work, try it out. Try something else. It's not, this one day it didn't work.
Yeah.
I'm fucked. I'm never gonna get to what I want. It's like, no, you can change things up and try different things.
My biggest advice to people is you just need to find something that kind of you enjoy eating, that's lowish in calories or slightly low in carbs. Don't try and cut everything out right away, because that's really hard. It's not everybody can handle that, and it can sometimes be very depressing. Going like, oh man, I cut everything out and I haven't lost any weight. This sucks.
Oh God, how did it still hit me?
So the biggest thing is finding a diet where you can slowly cut things out and kind of like wean off things, and find something you can do exercise every day without feeling like this is the worst thing in the world. I find that like small workouts are usually pay off the most over time. It just takes a lot. It takes a lot longer.
You need to go through time in order for it to be worth it.
Unfortunately, it's going to take months, but you'll build up habits that cause it to be like an overall lifestyle change, which makes more of a difference in the long run. Which is easier said than done. I don't like
God, I can get 3
no one's
extra
saying
jumps
any
now.
of this is easy. We all have our own personal things that, you know, lapses we have and things that cause and make it hard in life and circumstances and money and financials. Like
Everybody knows 2020 is a pretty easy year so far.
Oh,
so
yeah,
it's not like
totally.
anyone has anything else
we're
or
all
excuses or
mentally
anything.
in the best state we've ever been, and we're not, you know, constantly dealing with different threats at all.
Salads were where I started with trying to diet, and boy, that kind of fucked me over, not realizing how much bullshit can be in just normal ass salads.
Yeah.
Because there can be a lot of bullshit in normal ass salads.
There really is. The biggest thing that really helps, and this is kind of like a general rule of thumb, is trying to get down to like 1,500, like 1,600 calories, somewhere around that 1,500 to 1,700 range. I'm like almost 6'2", Gabby.
Don't let him lie to you. He's 7'5".
No, that'd be Jason.
That's how it fucking feels sometimes.
You know, like Jason and Eric are just like even taller than I am.
Are they
right?
huge?
Yeah,
Are
Eric's
they fucking giants?
Eric's 6'3", 6'4"-ish, and Jason's taller than Eric.
God damn.
I met Eric once. We got some coffee in Oakland along with my brother and our buddy Vince. And Eric's taller than me.
Fuck. What the fuck are you guys drinking?
I don't know,
Milk?
man. Those Islanders, they grow them big over there.
They grow them big. They got so little amount of space. Why would they grow you so big?
I don't know. They have to get taller because they can't get wider because there's nowhere else on the island for them to go.
He's on Panama, right?
No, I don't want to say what island they're from.
Okay,
I feel like that would give them too much. I'm not
Oh yeah, because you'd be able to find an Eric on an island.
You would on that island? Yeah, you would.
Oh man. Let's see.
Yeah.
God.
What really helped me when I was first working out, I had a rice, chicken, and veggie kind of diet, like you know, like peppers and stuff like that. And I really just kind of kept to, for anyone that's interested, I kept to 1,500 to 1,600 calories, and I would just walk 5 times a week, like not run, not lift, nothing. Just I would walk like.
I recommend not running.
Yeah, I recommend do not start running.
Don't start fucking running.
Running takes a long time. As someone now that can run like 4 miles, usually like about 10-minute pace, and if I'm like sprinting, probably like 7-minute. It takes a long time to really build up. Do not start with jogging right away if you haven't been running for a long time. Don't think if you push yourself once, you want to find something that's easy. Even walking, it really does help out a lot, but you got to do it in increments. Like I would walk my dog and I'd walk on a treadmill for about like 2 miles each day, which was easy, like 5 days a week, and that was literally it. And then I just kept my calories down, and eventually
God damn it.
It paid off. It takes longer. I tried going really hard in the paint. The first time I tried to lose weight, it did not work well. Almost pulled up my back.
Don't do that.
Stopped working out for like 3 months. So I definitely took the methodology after that of just going very slow.
Fucking thing keeps hurting me. Everything keeps hurting me.
Yeah, I guess I don't realize I'm that tall because part of it is my brothers are all about equally as tall, except for my oldest brother. Like my younger brother is just slightly shorter than me and probably only about like 2 or 3 centimeters. Like it's really not much of a difference between my youngest brother, and then my other younger brother is maybe an inch shorter than me, but my eldest is like 2 inches shorter than me or 3 inches shorter than me or something.
They're all a bunch of tall fucks.
I get it from my mom. She's really tall. Not from my dad though.
He's an iron worker, so he's had a bunch of his shit taken out of his body by
probably.
now from falls and heavy landings and all that other stuff.
I definitely don't get the height from my dad's side of the family. My grandma was 5'2" or something like that. She was 5'2", 5'3".
Jeez.
My grandpa was only, I think, like 5'8", and my dad's only 5'11", I think, 5'10". Probably 5'10".
Nice. Let's try this joystick one out. What is this, the dance machine?
Yeah, that is the biggest, that's the hardest part, oilless. It's not easy sticking to a diet, and I do think the biggest thing is, that's why you have to find something that's not too harsh. It's really, very few people can go into the paint and be like, yeah, I'm gonna do like this super hardcore diet, which is really hard. I can't do it. I envy people that can.
Where did it go?
But I think for most people, you just want to feel better, and to feel better, you just have to do something that's...
Fuck. Just let me stand on it.
That's easy enough to do. If it's something you can do every day without you wanting to blow your brains out, that's usually a good place to start.
Yeah, maybe don't do, yeah. Maybe don't do anything that'll be too crazy.
That's a euphemism, by the way. No one actually do anything that's too hardcore.
I got the lame one that puts platforms on the walls. I was hoping to get a better.
It's why I don't buy cookies, Lily. That's the same exact thing for that. Like, I don't buy cookies because I
Guess
can't
what
trust
Jen's
myself.
making right now?
She's making cookies.
She's making fucking cookies.
Yeah.
I can't get away from these carbs.
It's hard, yeah. Especially when you have someone that's just like, nah, it's
She's
fine.
like, no, but I really want to do this. I'm like, stop with the fucking cookies. Stop with the cakes. Stop with the fucking ice cream.
The only thing that stops me from not eating, like, when that stuff kind of comes around is like, I didn't make it. I didn't pay for it. It's not mine. Sam, you can't have this.
I'm inviting you to have some cookies, Sam.
And then you always say it whenever I mention that, you're like...
that means now there's less cookies for me.
Yeah.
That's the good thing.
Because, as I said, I don't have a lot of
Sam, you're in part of
willpower
this
when it
too.
comes to that.
You need to have cookies as well, damn it.
I won't deny it. If someone offers me cookies, I'll eat them.
Oh, man.
Because I love them. I'm like my dad.
Well, because, you don't buy them, so it's a treat.
Exactly.
Like, it's a specialty, you know. It's like if you had your own or you're buying regular, you're like,
gave me like
no
2
big deal.
dozen cookies when I only asked for 1. I'm like, you bastards. This is the exact opposite of what I wanted. Like, thank you, but this is the worst gift you could possibly give me.
Electric sheep or most wanted. Let's try the electric sheep. When you have shields, you can make an extra jump. Motherfucker! How many fucking jumps do I need?
You're like Kirby.
I am like Kirby. I'll just never touch the floor again. Oh my god. Oh my god.
But yeah, good luck to anybody that tries to work out.
Yeah.
It's a very hard thing. Just remember, don't be too hard on yourself. And
Go for it, boys and girls.
I honestly say don't look at the scale for the first month if it helps, because sometimes that can be demoralizing. As long as you are sticking to a, hey, like 1,600, 1,500 calorie diet, and you're consistently just walking, you'll find that eventually you will lose weight.
You're gonna start by not losing weight because you're gonna be gaining the muscle that you
Exactly, that you
didn't
don't
have before. Yeah, for the start. Yeah.
Exactly, and eventually you'll just find yourself, as long as you start feeling better, that will just show you right off the bat, like, oh, cool, and you don't need expensive equipment to do stuff.
Not short, but it's below average, I believe, for America. If I may
I think 5'8" is
say.
considered for males.
I think it's
considered the
five.
standard.
I think it's 5'8" and 3/4. I think is average.
is the average,
for the
'cause-
U.S. I think.
Yeah.
We looked at it maybe a month or two ago.
My friend told me that for females, 5'4" is the standard. I was like, no,
I think it's
not.
5'3", 5'4". Yeah.
And she
for the
told me that. I
US,
was just like, oh shit, I guess you're right, because it is the standard height. I am
de-
a freak.
It's not short for you or
It's not
anyone
short
else
for me,
because
yeah.
guess what? You're your fucking height. Everyone else
Yeah.
is just tall or short.
Pretty much, yeah.
It doesn't matter what the fucking standard is. Just try and be happy with what you have. Not like you can change it anyway, right? So.
Well, you can, but it'd be very painful.
Oh god.
At least for tall,
stretch your body
for tall
pieces.
people, either you stretch it or get stilts or
Well,
you cut off your legs.
There's actually surgery
Yeah.
to do that kind of shit. But
Oh,
no,
is there?
don't fucking do
No,
that.
don't do that, no.
Yeah. Come on, guys.
I like being tall, but I also don't like being tall because sometimes I hit my head on a lot of things.
No, don't do that. I'd say 5'8" is a perfectly fine. God damn, this motherfucker is a perfectly fine height, especially considering that most everything in the U.S., if you're in the U.S., is built around that height being something that is ideal.
Mm-hmm.
Doors, toilets. Not that toilets are based off of height, but they're based off of body size and height and leg height and stuff like that. Like, have you ever been super huge trying to sit on a little tiny toilet and being like, why do my legs reach my chest while I'm trying to sit here? Well, because it wasn't built for you. 5'8" is an acceptable height for people to be like, okay, I can be comfortable with everything. Think about it. It's probably worse to be born left-handed, honestly, because everything's made for righties.
Yeah, that probably is a bummer.
So yeah, don't worry about that. Proposal really long.
I wish they
shoes
just
or
beat the
tall
devil
shoes.
out of me and made me use my left hand instead. Like, what if it was reverse psychology? I think
I
being
didn't have the other
left-handed would
key.
be
It was
cool.
the second key one.
I would like to be left-handed or ambidextrous.
Why would you like to be left? Oh, ambidextrous, yes. But why would you like to be left-handed, man?
I'm a contrarian. Why not?
Yeah, I think you would. I'd like to take a survey, and I don't know how you would possibly do this, but I'd like to take a survey of how many artists are left-handed, because I feel like if
Frank Frazetta was ambidextrous. He taught himself to paint with his left hand after his right hand got fucked up.
If you learned to draw or write as a left-hander with like a lead pen or something, odds are you'd pretty much hate it probably as a kid, because guess what? You'd constantly be smearing everything. So I'd be curious to see how many artists they have that are left-handed.
I always see that stuff, but like I smear stuff with my right hand. Just
No, I do too.
Yeah,
I do too. But
so
think about how much more you would do it even.
I think with drawing it wouldn't make much of a difference, to be honest, because you would just ink the page from a different direction instead of inking the page from.
Maybe I don't know.
Like, instead of doing it from right to left, you just do it left to right instead.
You left-handers may think you're the best, but it's okay. You guys have a shorter lifespan than the rest of us right-handers. Truly, they do. Do you want to know why? Because the world's not built for left-handers. It's more dangerous. This is a real fucking thing. That's why I'm saying, like, I think it's more detrimental to be left-handed than it is to be short. I think you're good, man. Stay safe out there, lefties. Stay safe. I'm not saying you can't get around fine. I'm just saying for the longest time, and now there's better things out there for what you can do. You can get left-handed stuff, you know. Have you ever tried to find a left-handed wrench?
Oh, Jack, it's just a statistical thing, like, you know. It could be skewed.
Oh, it's not. It's not logic. It's a statistical thing.
Yeah, it's a statistical study that's been like.
Yeah, it's not. I'm not saying
not
it to be like or making it up and be like, haha, fuck you guys. I don't have any skin in the game. I don't give a fuck. I'm saying statistically, unfortunately, left-handers get into more accidents because they're using right-hand built shit, and I think that sucks. Stay safe out there, like I said. God damn it. Die. Not you lefties. The enemies in this game.
Nah, I'm more just pointing out like a statistical anomaly, which is weird.
Well, when the whole world is built in the way that, you know, unfortunately caters to whatever the vast majority is, it's gonna be right-handed people. Oh, so many coins. I forgot that this cat gun can shoot. If you shoot coins, they have a chance of doubling.
Ambidextrous. That'd be boss.
I think that'd be cool as fuck. Yeah.
I don't have the patience to learn how to be ambidextrous, though.
Can you? I'm assuming you can learn. Whoa. Okay.
Frank Frazetta is like is an example of it. Oh, it's glitched.
It is glitched. The tile set didn't figure it itself out.
So like Frank Frazetta couldn't draw with his right hand anymore after like 30, 40 years. So he just taught himself how to paint with his left hand.
That's pretty fucking tight. Don't blow up on me. Yeah.
I believe you could learn.
Sure, that's there. That's a thing right there. I'm just never gonna touch the ground again. I'm gonna fart my way up into the air. You can learn. I'm assuming it'd be very hard.
Oh no, yeah, because you'd be trying to train your brain, a part of your brain. But I wonder if just.
Oh, it's X. I thought it was only A's. Well, okay.
Can't you try again?
I can, but I'm no good at knowing the button layout. So that game is really not for me.
You'll lose.
Yeah, I'll fucking lose. That one's not for me.
No, I think anybody could probably learn to be left-handed. I wonder if it's just I wonder what causes left hand versus right hand. I wonder what the like scientific reason behind why people what children choose to write with.
I don't have the slightest clue.
And how many kids would actually just naturally go left-handed if they weren't.
If it was just what was taught, like everyone would be right-handed then, right?
You would think to a degree, yeah. I wonder what the kind of like. I wonder what the science. Wonder what the science behind that is. That'd be interesting.
I don't know. I'd be curious too. I'm not gonna do the dance thing, guys.
Because I imagine if you just, I mean, obviously it's probably what kids just feel comfortable with. But
That's
if you made every kid left hand, like just write with their left hand instead.
I would assume it would be like, okay, so pick up your pencil and try and draw the circle. Yeah. And then just see what they pick it up with. And it's like, okay, well, let's try with that hand, you know? Guys, I'm no good at it. I'm not going to waste my fucking money.
He'll lose. Trust me, everybody. He's not great when it comes to remembering the buttons for the controller.
Especially with this one.
Yeah,
Sam,
especially with that one.
what buttons are where if you didn't know? Because
Yeah.
they're all blue.
If you've been watching the channel for any length of period of time, you know that Chris just does not do well when it comes to swapping controllers.
Why y'all gonna be fucking rude to me?
I'm a freak when it comes to that. I don't know why
I can't do it.
I
I
don't
don't like
know
it.
why I'm
I hate
decent
it.
at it,
I
but
fucking
yeah.
hate it.
Yeah.
Anything like that, it's like I'm just gonna. Here you go. There you go. Have it. You can try, Sam. Because I'm not gonna be any good at it.
That'd be
Fucking you
interesting
take
hearing
over.
that TED Talk 5 sets to 7.
There's a TED Talk for it? For the
5
left and right?
sets says they think they remember a TED Talk, which there's
Sounds
TED Talks
about
on
right.
everything, so sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
Try and see if there's any kind of scientific ways that we can discuss. I think there is. There's gotta be, right? What is that? Wade Tech. Increase your rate of
Someone
fire.
somewhere has had a talk about that, and I'm sure it's on YouTube by a professional, like, physiologist or whoever. Sociologist, maybe?
I don't know. There's probably some way that
Be
somebody
like a mixture of it, like would
could
it
be like, oh no, it's this because of this, and it's like, yeah, fuck it, yeah, probably.
would it be like a sociological issue, or would it be something that's based on like brain chemistry?
I don't
wonder.
know. So it could socially be a thing if teaching has a way to go into it, like
Yeah.
you know, because socially, right-handers are what everything's designed for.
Yeah, and they
So
just
you could
put
have
it in your...
left-handers out there, and teachers could be like, guess
I
what?
could have been left-handed, Mrs. A. You
Yeah,
screwed it up.
she might have told you, like,
How
hey
dare
man, no,
you.
your pen goes in this hand.
She encouraged me with my art, but she failed me as being ambidextrous. Damn it. Just like my parents could have gotten me that DVD set where they speak different languages. I could be speaking French right now.
Turtle hat, take damage from behind. You'll block. There's a chance you'll block damage from behind. Nice. Okay. I mean, you might have been.
Might have been.
What could have been?
How different my life would have been.
Okay, all of them are broken right now. The whole level loaded in wrong. Argus, God of Darknet. Let's go, Argus. I forgot that this one is the one that once you're in, you're in. Oh.
Yeah, it's better that you save your money for like one that you can actually do well.
Yeah, I'm not gonna waste my time. People are like, "Oh, give it to Sam." Guess what? Sam doesn't want to have a sticky, sweaty controller in his hand right now.
I really don't.
He really doesn't. Stop jumping! I hate the up means jump functionality.
I'm a
Can
bit
I
of a
turn
neat
that
freak.
off?
I kind of blame my parents for it. Oh, that's not true. My dad's not neat at all. I blame my mother and my grandmother.
Aim and shoot, use bomb, close, inventory system, options, controller layout. No. Turn off fucking up means jump. God damn it. Oh, I can turn on grenade trajectory? You bastards!
That sounds really interesting, 5 sets of 7. I'll have to look that up. It's by Daniel M. Abrams.
Okay.
Hell,
Post it up on the Discord.
I was listening to a thing. I was listening to a podcast with Obama on it. That was really interesting. He was talking about like how he was, because he just wrote his part of his memoir on the first 6 years of him in office, and how he sees his memories. I was like, he gave an adequate description where he sees scenes in his life like playing out almost like a movie. I'm like, damn it, that's perfect. That's exactly how I do it too. Like I latch onto a memory, and then it literally plays out as a scene. And I'm sure that happens for a lot of people. But like cinematically, like I can kind of see it in that perspective.
Sam's got his own Sam verse.
Honestly, yeah, like that's how like I'm able to usually remember a lot of stuff. Is like I'll latch onto like a portion of a memory, and then it'll play out like a scene on a DVD, and just kind of go through my mind. Except when I need to find out where I place my keys. That's
always never there. That's one of those hidden scenes, the director's cut. That
yeah, there's no
fucking is hidden
emotional
away.
context for my scene for where I put my keys, so there's nothing to go off of that.
I guess I just hold the grenade button to get the trajectory. Yeah. Oh, can't use any of that. Ah! Maybe I should let him poison those hearts. I don't know though. I'm really feeling not too comfortable with my lack of hearts right now, or lack of shields more so.
Blue Lips didn't even know there's a grenade trajectory.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Haven't you played this game a lot, bud?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
It's weird. It's only. Wait, you didn't know this thing? How'd you not know this thing? Let me write an angry comment about that.
I do find it funny when you play a game for years and not realize something's in the game. You're like, damn it, this would have made my life infinitely easier.
What the fuck?
What do you mean sound options for Pokemon is hidden behind a character?
Yeah, you have to go get the item.
Get an item. That game.
I just saw that today where I was looking at it. It was like, oh yeah, high quality or high tech earbuds or some shit like that. I'm like, what? That's right. They hid the sound options behind a fucking item you had to get in like the second city.
A random person you have to talk to who you have no reason to talk to.
Mm-hmm.
That's such a bad game design thing. Anyone that tries to defend that, you're wrong. I'm sorry.
Fuck you.
If
You're
it's an NPC that you or have to talk to, that'd be
that's
different.
not-
If it was like a gym leader or something like that, sure. But it's a rando on the street that you never need to talk to. And you could just not have that option. It's like, why? Who thought that was a good design decision?
I get it. It's like, oh, it's immersion. No, it's really not.
It's really not. It's a setting in a video game. That's bad.
Don't like it. You guys having a bit cheer off for the little 3 bits and 2 bits and 4 bits and stuff?
We appreciate
so you can show up at the bottom of the list.
Thank you, Mars.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
I just find it funny that it was so quick and succession like that. Like, I'm at the bottom of the list. I'm up on the screen.
You make a
no,
good
me.
point, Jack.
Another couple bits. That's funny.
Yeah, the 90s was a weird time. Yeah, Tiny Meteor. In the 90s, sure. You know, random shit, fine, whatever, dumb, like, hidden stuff. It was fun back then. But this is 2020. This year sucks enough. Pokemon doesn't have to sap all the fun of it. I know it was last year, but god damn it, that game. There's so much about it that I like, and there's so much about it that just frustrates me to no end.
It's got some weird wonks.
It's got some very weird wonks.
It's got some weird wonks that I don't like all of them.
Yeah.
We finally got, what is that? Infinite Key? Nice!
Yeah, we're talking about the Sword and Shield,
Sword and Shield
Shield
stuff,
one. Yeah. There's many episodes where I just rant about stuff, and I feel bad because I know I shouldn't, but I can't help myself. I literally can't.
Increase your weapon damage while you're in the air. My build makes sense now. Fuck you.
The setting thing is literally in the brand new Sword and Shield one. It's not from like Pokemon Red and Blue or Yellow.
Yeah.
It's the brand new Pokemon. That's what's so infuriating about it. It's like,
why would you guys do that? That's so. What if someone needs to change the audio stuff?
Because
well, I guess they have to get to the city first. It's like, you know how you know how bad that is? Come on, guys.
Because like in Silver and Gold, when they'd have stuff like that, they'd force you to talk with that NPC most of the time. So you had to go through them to get through the story. And it's like, okay, that's fine.
Or they'd have it set up to where it's like, hey, talk to this person to go through this hallway, which we help you set up your options and stuff.
Yeah, Pokemon Sword and Shield is supposed to be an immersive symbol. It's doing a really bad job of it, Jack. It's doing a terrible job of making it immersive. It's just making me frustrated. Why is there a hidden language when all the Pokedex is in English? I don't know. Why not?
When your bullets hit the coin, it may... Wait, what? Is it the same effect? A white lie, passive. When your bullet hits the coin, it may double or disappear. Drops random coins.
I like the 2 new legendaries they added for Sword and Shield. Those things are cool. I think Phalanx is awesome.
I think I want Kitty.
There's a lot of great new Pokemon in the new Pokemon. All the new versions of Legendary Birds look great. I think the new raid den they added is really interesting. If not, it's a little repetitive, but I think it's solid and I think it's cool.
Are they? They're randomly assigned? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that helps me out. Thank you. For guns in this game, randomly assigns passives and stuff like that. Okay, that makes sense.
But yeah, there's a lot to like about Sword and Shield. There's just a lot to be frustrated with it too.
I finally got Necromambozabazaba or whatever his name is.
We did like another week of recording for Pokemon, and Chris found out that we weren't even close. He's like, you know what? Not a ton of people are watching anymore. Let's just skip through this. I'm like, all right.
So I just started skipping through it today.
Yeah, Pikmin's way more fun.
I just started playing through the extra Dynamax adventures until we got Necrozma or whatever his name is. And I was like, okay, cool. Well, we'll just pop back in as soon as we finish that off.
You know, it's funny because Sword and Shield
Mozzarella.
Yeah, Sword and Shield is probably the second best Pokemon game in terms of a total package once you add the DLC.
Mm-hmm.
But there's just so many little things to people that have been playing Pokemon for a long time. Like, how have you not...
Yeah.
Have you not fixed some of these issues?
At this point, it's probably pretty willful that they're not doing certain things.
It's extremely willful.
You know?
And I get it. It's a game geared towards 7-year-olds. I understand that. But so are Disney movies, and I can still watch Aladdin and be fine with it.
Hey, animation's for everyone.
That's
Samuel.
true. Animation is for everyone. God, animation
Don't hurt me,
Twitter
don't
is
hurt me,
such
don't
a
hurt me.
is such a God. Give me out.
All I keep seeing is that. What is going on with that?
I don't know. Our Twitter's fucking weird. Our Twitter is just every day. There's just something for people to be mad about, and I just look.
I mean, it's Twitter. That's just Twitter.
That's just Twitter. And I just look at my buddy RJ and just go like, "What's he tweeting about? Do I want to get down this rabbit hole?" No, never mind. I'm not going in there. I'm not a big enough art account, and every time I see stuff like that, I'm like, I'm kind of glad I'm not a big art account.
No, video games are not for everyone. They're for me only, and if you get to enjoy them through proxy, then consider yourself lucky. Take that voice.
I don't mind the DLC for the Pokemon one because they add so much to it, and the base game of Pokemon is really big. So honestly, the $30 for the 2 set of DLC, like, it's adequate content for what you pay for. I'm all for artists getting paid, and people do have to put time and work. I think it's always disingenuous for people to be like, well, the company is ginormous. Obviously, they should do it for free. It's like, they're a company.
Their
whole point is to make money so they can continue to make money and keep on employing people. Are they greedy? Yeah, probably, but companies...
You do everything for profit as a company.
As a company,
I'm sorry, bros.
That's the whole point of a company.
Lady bros,
yeah.
Like, that's their point. They're not your fucking friends.
I don't mind the DLC for Pokemon per se.
Oh, man.
I do think there are some people that are way more scummy with DLC.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Like, you know, all you have to do is go down the way that loot boxes and stuff were handled in Overwatch and that kind of stuff that really got out of control.
It really did. Oh, Jesus!
Man, I was showing my students on the last day. We were just chilling out before the break. And I was showing them some Overwatch, just animated shorts in between Worthy Kids and other stuff. Man, I still really like that universe. I wish I
the Worthy Kids universe?
No, I mean,
okay, yeah. You're
that
saying
and like the Overwatch universe. Like, damn, there's some really like solid stuff to love about this.
Well, evidently I gotta turn off fucking Steam notifications now.
Yeah.
Popped up. I thought I turned them off. I guess I clicked the wrong fucking thing.
There's a lot to love about the Overwatch universe, and it looks like with 2, they're finally doing what I wanted. But like, I'm so far off that train. It's like, man, I saw what you did with balancing, which.
Oh, they don't give a fuck about balancing.
Yeah, and it's just like, man, that sucks because I finally saw the Overwatch 2 trailer and went, wow, they had story missions. Oh, they added that in 2019? Man, that's really cool. That's kind of what I always wanted, but I'm so far removed from it now. I'm like, I'd rather
enemy pop in the ground?
I'd rather watch from a distance, but if you told me there was an Overwatch animated movie, I'd be like, yeah, I'll watch that.
Oh,
that sounds cool.
I'd watch the hell out of that.
The animated series? Hell yeah, I'll watch that too. Like, that sounds great. I love the idea of that universe, and I love the characters. But yeah, the balancing of it just got too, and the toxicity of the community got too dramatic.
Well, everything was built just strictly for, what do you call it?
Genji and
Genji
the meta.
and the, what's
Anyone
the
in
meta?
The Widow Genji Hanzo meta, which it's fine if that's what you like, but as a casual player, it got very disheartening to always be trashed upon by not playing the meta character in free play mode. And not competition, free play.
That's not always, Blizzard's problem.
That's not entirely their fault.
But when they don't change the meta up in a way that benefits casuals as well, so you just be like, hey man, let's help fight this by making some of the other characters viable in other ways as well.
Or when they would, and then they go back on it and then make that character weak again. It'd be like, so the way to counteract that character is now gone because the Genji mains whined about it, so now that character's trash again.
Now they're not invincible.
Now they're not invincible. Yeah. It's like, and for everyone's like, well, they're the hardest character to play. It's like, I don't know, man.
I don't really care though. Yeah. I don't care if it's harder to play.
Yeah, it sucks when like oh, why should I play Reinhardt when it's like, oh, that's not meta. It's like, all right, fine. All right, that's the character I'm good with though. And
I got done with those days where it was like, oh yeah, play a tank. Not Orisa! It's like, you play the fucking tank then!
Yeah. For you were getting really mad, so like I understood
was like,
why
fuck
you got
you, man! Like, every time! I just got to the point where I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna play whatever the fuck I want. It's a game, I'm playing for fun, I'm in free play mode. Like, get off my Jimmy! Which is my cat gun that looks insane right now.
I was actually surprised though, because I looked at the improvements between 2 and 1. It visually actually does look better.
Pat dropping the snowmacorn. Thank you, Pat.
Thanks, Pat. I was actually surprised.
I hope you're doing better than earlier today. I know it was a little rough on you.
Oh, I hope you're feeling better too.
Yeah.
Visually, I was surprised like how much it actually looks better. Like it's small,
That's
but
cool.
it's like wow, that actually looks. Oh wow, they're actually really going into what I wanted 5 years ago, which is the story, the universe, the characters. I was just like, oh
That'd be
shit,
nice, right?
that's something I'm actually interested in. And I was just like, oh cool, you're actually doing that. It would have been nice if, I don't know, 3 years ago when the game was at its height of popularity, you had said, hey, we're going to start investing in story, but honestly, it's going to take a while.
Kind of did.
They kind of
but
did.
It was really through missions, and even then it was like,
Yeah. Apparently last year they implemented like a huge story mode where there's like cutscenes and like characters, and you played as like Tracer and those other people like through actual story content where they had different characters popping up.
We're talking about the one
No,
where
we're not even talking about those events. Like it was a separate story mode that got added.
Oh shit. Okay.
So like
That's tight.
I think it was like them like testing out where it's like you played as Genji, Tracer, Mercy, and Mei, and you would go through like different missions and switch out between Winston or Reinhardt.
Holy hell. That sounds
and
pretty
then you'd
tight.
have cutscenes with, remember that robot Maximilian who was like the evil power broker or whatever in the lore?
That's the missions I was talking about where you're chasing him down or whatever. Is that...
That's part of it, yeah, too, but I didn't even know about that stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, those ones, that's all I played near the tail end.
Yeah, I didn't even try those ones out.
Guess what, though? I still got fucking in like free play mode for those. Why are you choosing this character? It's like, shut the fuck up!
Yeah.
Just shut the fuck up!
It sucks that when
we're playing PvE on easy mode.
Yeah, it sucks
just
when
shut
a
the
community.
fuck up!
It sucks when a community makes it so like hard to want to play that game. Because I'd run into the same problem where it's like, oh, why are you playing Zenyatta? It's like, I'm the only one willing to play healer. Why are you complaining which healer I chose?
Yeah.
I'm not good at Mercy. I'm terrible with her.
Listen here, Genji. You shut the fuck up. When I play a healer, I play a healer, and that's it. You be quiet.
I pick Zenyatta because I can heal you on Genji without a problem. Yeah. It's not hard for me. It's like, well, you don't have the raise ability. It's like, yeah, but we won the match.
Maybe play a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Safer?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I can't
Esports
heal
headset.
you.
Yes. Rate of fire and movement speed. Oh my god. It's getting sparkly up in here.
Like, I didn't think Mercy was a bad character. I was better at Zenyatta. So I always played Zenyatta or Lucio because I was good with them.
How do we talk for hours without running into an awkward silence?
Because I don't know.
There's two of us.
There's two of us. That's
we can
what
have
helps.
Conversations. Like, there's no secret. Use this one trick. Let's players hate this. Hate this him. Sign up today for the 10 quickest, easiest ways to learn how to talk for hours.
We literally just start talking about stuff, and then we tangent onto other things.
Oh my god!
It's why the beginning of this was talking about
sandwiches and
chips and food, and
then whatever comes to mind.
Then we talked about Obama, and then we talked about
podcast. We talked about working out. And we talked about heights and left hands, and it's just whatever comes to mind, man.
And now we're talking about Overwatch because I was it was last day of classes for my kiddos, and we're just like, hey, I want to show them cool animation, so I showed them Goblins animation school videos. I showed them some Worthy Kids stuff.
Goblins?
Goblins is an animation school in France. It's really high, like it's mostly master students, but they produce really high quality feature like film, like short films. So I showed them a bit of like different art. It was just like, hey, here's some artsy films. Here's some like Worthy Kids, like by a single animator. Here's some Bee and Puppy Cat. Here's some Overwatch. Like, hey, here's a blend. Here's a blend of cool animation that everyone can probably appreciate and get some.
Bee and Puppy Cat, super chill.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh my god, I got everything out of this.
I showed them Bravest Warriors. It's like, oh no.
Oh no, some of it.
So I was like, oh no, good thing they're middle schoolers.
You can't get mad.
I was like, oh, I'm not showing that anymore because they like make Beth 40% sexy. I'm like, oh shit. It's like,
oopsie poopsums.
Oops. I mean, I got worried with Worthy Kids when like they get cut in half and they call like go goddamn. It's like, will I get in trouble for that? It's my last day.
Probably
Who cares?
not. Yeah. Think of all the other terrible shit that teachers have done ever in their lives.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're fine. You're just showing them a cartoon that's legit on YouTube and probably technically under all ages.
Yeah, and that was
so it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I specifically want to show them YouTube stuff because they're like, oh, show this thing on Netflix. Like, one, I'll probably get in trouble because you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah, I don't know how that works. Yeah.
Two, if it's on YouTube, you can go watch it later and you can go explore on your own, and then I definitely won't be in trouble because if you say like, my teacher showed me, it's like, I showed you that one. I didn't show you that one.
I didn't show you the rest of
Yeah, I just told you to go watch Bee and Puppy Cat.
Here's my curriculum. Check it out. I think I'm just gonna spend all my money here because there's nothing in the shop that I want, and
But yeah, I hopefully hook some of a new generation onto Worthy Kids.
Ow, fucker!
Because more people should watch Worthy Kids.
Oh, Worthy Kids is awesome. I love what they got going on.
I didn't realize it.
What he has got going on.
He's fantastic.
Oh yeah.
I finally realized what made me like him so much, though. Other than he's just great.
That's a good point,
but so he did like this. I don't want to say a podcast, but he did like this feature with somebody that he like does animation history or whatever, and it was on Rankin and Bass, like obscure Rankin and Bass cartoons.
Yeah.
And one of the things that Worthy Kids
loves Rankin and Bass.
Yeah, and like he's been doing these amazing like
fuck yeah, he has.
faux 3D blender like Rankin and Bass like impersonations. And he brought up something that was really interesting that I never thought about. You know, with the old Rankin and Bass dolls and whatnot. Or like, I guess not dolls, but
like
you would say
whatever
like,
they are,
the stop motion maquettes or whatever.
Maquettes is probably the best.
Yeah, that's
term.
probably the best
Yeah,
way. Like stop motion figures or whatever you want to call them.
Ah, fuck!
You were
Sorry.
close.
I'm so close.
You know, all they would be able to do with those is the top half of the lip would never move. So they would make the ooh sound, and all they would do is just change the lower lip. And he's like, yeah, like it's such an endearing quality. He's like, I would just do that with a lot of my characters. Like he totally does. That's why like I immediately liked
paying
his
attention
style.
to specifics like that. Yeah, it's really fucking cool.
Well, I just noticed like, oh yeah, he loves Rankin and Bass. And then the more you look at his art, you're like, yes, Rankin and Bass is like is such a huge inspiration on him. It's like no wonder I love his stuff because even
movement
like
speed is so high, it's really hard to do this.
he does a trick like in that first Big Top Burger thing where like you know when he like swaps places with Tom, like Steve switches places, he goes like pop 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 and like it switches back. He's like, my name's Tom, and then like the pot's like that's literally a bit from like some of the old Rankin and Bass stuff where like they do these like weird like pop transitions. It's just like, oh shit, that's why it's so endearing right off the bat. Like it kind of keeps that big-headed proportions, like all this stuff. And then on top of it, you're just like, this is just so endearing and so charming. I just want Worthy Kids to just keep making more stuff because I love it.
No, it's really awesome. And Jen, I showed some of it to Jen just recently, and she's seen Worthy Kids before, but she hasn't seen the
like fake Rankin and Bass stuff.
Yeah, and she was like, "Who is this?" I'm like, literally Worthy Kids, like the one we just watched.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it was fun.
He's fantastic. So I was just, if I can get more of people to watch Worthy Kids, I feel a bit better about my life.
No, we're not talking about Quentin reviews.
No, I don't know who that is. And
he's a drama channel, right?
Yeah.
Right? He's a drama channel where he just goes and talks mad shit about people or something like that.
Probably. I'm not even a big fan of like most animation review channels in general. This is just one I stumbled upon because like, Worthy Kids is on here. That sounds great. Just because a lot of people that talk animation reviews don't really know a ton about animation, and it's a lot of conjecture. Some people are better than others.
It sounds like somebody who did Let's Plays. Oh fuck! Wait.
Yeah.
Us. It's a lot of conjecture.
It's a lot of conjecture, but like at least when I talk about animation and stuff, it's like I can animate. I did work for animation studios. I have at least the basis of knowledge for when I talk about that stuff. It's not all out of my ass.
If it's not Quentin Reviews, it's not Quentin Reviews. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know who Quentin Reviews is.
I'll have to look it up and see who Quentin Reviews is.
I had a lot of kids would say like in class, they were like, "Oh, just put this on YouTube. Trust me, it's fine." I'm like, I can't trust you.
Much like when where it's like, "Oh, why don't you just have other people on?" It's like, because I can't guarantee that everything they say is gonna be cool.
They're like, "Oh, put this song on." I'm like, unless I've listened to it and I know what's in the content. And you look up the lyrics and you're cool 100% of the time. Yeah. Even with like Bravest Warriors, I'm like, I know
you thought it was good, and you're like, oh fuck, that could possibly, potentially be bad. It's like it's not bad enough that it'll get me in trouble, but I was like, oh right, this with high schoolers would be fine. Middle schoolers, it's okay. But like even being public at, like she hits him in the crotch. She's like, I got the crotch ice for you. It's just like, oh right, that's just funny. That's fine. But like I have to be super careful, and I would always tell them like, hey, and when it comes down to it, the teacher is responsible.
I'm responsible so it's like, for whatever gets shown.
Man, yeah.
Like even with Worthy Kids is like, he says, "God damn it."
It's some parent wants to make a stink out of that. Guess what?
I have to answer for
That's
it.
fucked now. Yeah.
Yeah,
God
I
damn
have
it.
to think of every possible situation where it's like, how would this blow up in my face, and do I want to deal with that blow up?
How
And
would
I've-
I defend this if necessary?
And when it came to Worthy Kids, it was like, it was one word. I'm sorry, but
it
wasn't-
wasn't
yeah.
intentional
it
either.
wasn't
so
intentional.
I was like, oh, okay, yeah.
Even though I showed it to every single class knowing that word was in there.
Well, okay, yeah, it wasn't intentional the first time, probably, maybe,
No, I heard it. I was just
probably
like,
not.
I was like, you know what? It's still worth it. It's worth it if I get some
It's
back.
worth it. If I make one fucking artist out of this, it's worth it.
If I get one kid to be like, Worthy Kids is amazing, because it's like, in the context of it's like, this is still wholesome. This is still fine. There's nothing about this that is like so egregiously bad, and it's like, they've heard worse.
Yeah.
They know they've heard worse. would
Quentin
like-
Reviews is like an essayist. Okay, well, I mean, I must have been thinking of somebody else. I don't regularly watch anyone named Quentin Reviews. So.
Gabby, I do it in Adobe Animate, so that's where I do all of my animations.
Yeah, I don't know what else you're talking about for that other stuff, but yeah. Let's get a. Fuck, I don't have enough for anything.
So I start animating in Adobe Animate, and then I will usually do it without the backgrounds are created in Photoshop, and then they're usually split up into pieces and then put together in After Effects as a composition file, with the animations themselves typically being without a background, so that way I can kind of insert them into the scene. I learned this technique from when I was working at GhostBot. I wasn't taught it, I just observed it. I watched a really good compositor do it, and I was just
What
like,
the hell are these guys doing this shit?
so I just realized that like he would always be working in After Effects, and man, this guy was terrible. He was an amazing painter as well, on top of being just a great compositor. He
Wait, he was
painted.
terrible?
Oh no,
What?
his desktop was terrible because I would look at it. He was one of those heathens that just has everything on the desktop.
Yeah.
It's just like,
You look at our desktop now,
I
anytime,
like
and it's like
clean
if there's more than
desktops.
4 icons,
It's a
I'm
problem.
fucking up. Like this,
Yeah.
I'm behind on something, or
and so I learned that when eventually we started the channel, I learned, oh right, I should try and create these without a background, create the animations in After Effects, in Animate, and then import those into After Effects. I do all the compositing of the backgrounds and the animations within that, and then I go ahead and once I render that, then I take it into Premiere, and then I do all the sound effects, and the sound effects are a mixture of stuff from Zapsplat, or it is
or
a
something
mixture,
you foleyed yourself.
something I foleyed myself sometimes, or occasionally there's like a random like, hey, this is from a video game that I thought was a cool sound effect.
Sample,
That
yeah.
it was a sample like you do with like, you know, when people sample like for rap albums and stuff similar to that nature, where it's like I'll take that as a basis and then I'll modify it to a like either extend it or like make it shorter or quicker, and kind of modify it to an extent.
You do like a pitch shift or a tweak
Yeah,
or
pitch
something like
shift
that.
or like a speed up or a slow down.
Yeah.
It kind of just depends.
Kind of make it something useful
Like-
within the environment that you're doing.
Yeah, like the
Yeah.
Bork is like a variation of an old school video game sound effect where I modified it slightly.
Y'all are getting the fucking secret sauce right now. Hearing about
Yeah.
how it all works. I don't
So,
even know this shit.
It's a multi-step process. That definitely like there's a lot of different moving layers, and you know it all starts in a sketchbook where I'll sketch out in thumbnail the storyboarding for what I want to do. Sometimes it's on loose paper, sometimes it's in my sketchbook, but all that stuff like just starts with pencil and paper, and then I just keep on ramming my head through it until I figure it out. I just always go like, yeah, I'll figure this out. I've always done it before. It'll work out fine.
Oh, great. An extra jump.
Are extra jumps bad?
No, it's just I'd rather have like faster fire rate or
Oh,
attack
something more
or
damaging, yeah.
now I have something that gives me extra damage when I'm in the air. But there's so much going on my screen, I can't actively like try and dodge or anything because I can't see anything. So I'd rather be on the ground. I'm just complaining about the fact that, man, can I just get some extra shields or health or something?
But there's also a lot of good freeware out there, everybody. If you've ever seen Worthy Kids, he does all of that in Blender, and that's
Does he?
completely free. So
Nice.
if you want like a free 3D software, Blender's really great. There's tons of like great freeware out there. I don't like. I'm not gonna go
Jesus.
sing Adobe's praises because if I wasn't so,
Well, that fucked me up.
if it wasn't so part of my kind of workflow, I would be more than happy to switch to different programs. But because of my workflow, it's like
Wish me luck.
I don't have time to learn a new program. Good luck.
Zeus, god of electricity.
Didn't we beat Zeus already?
We did, but we gotta beat him again. Go away, Zeus! Leave me alone!
Look at those rippling muscles.
Why am I jumping? Don't fucking jump! Stop jumping at the soonest I pressed up! I don't want to. That's why I put it onto L2. Stop fucking making me jump. You have to run like this. As soon as you tilt up one direction, it makes you jump. Oof. It's like, fuck, man. Keep me on the ground. Add shields in a heart container. Maybe we'll survive. Can I leave? I can't fucking leave.
So basically how it starts out, like the process for the animation, like whenever I have an idea for an animation or an animac, I'll take my sketchbook first and I'll draw thumbnails. I'll draw, like, figure out what are the beats of the story that I want to tell. Like, let's use, for instance, like the pillow post. We'll use that as an example, right? Originally, like, we'll have an idea and be like, okay,
you like that, Blue? You like that? I fucking shot the crystal for you.
We need some kind of animation for that because we're gonna do fan openings. We have a PO box. We should have some kind of fancy intro for them. Like, all right, cool. I'll figure that out. We workshopped it together and we're like, well, what should we do? And we verbally talked it out. I was like, all right, I have an idea in my head. Chris is like, I have an idea in my head, and then I'll eventually kind of meld those together in something that'll work visually. And I'll go and sketch it out and be like, all right, at this beat, it's the postman looking through his bag. Second beat, dogs are borking out, and it's really quick drawings, like 30 seconds per. And then it'll be like, oh, and then the thing will flip up to the camera and like slap on it and then like peel off at a certain point, and that'll be the transition.
I dig it. I love it.
So I'll animate all those different things within usually I'll animate it all in Adobe Animate. I'll create all the parts, I'll create all the character models, and then I'll go through and animate it. Something like that took around like 11 to 12 hours to make. And then I'll take it into After Effects and I'll kind of composite different layers. Now for that specific one, I didn't really need to do After Effects as much because there's not a lot of background work, but if it was like the Couchling's Choice, specifically for the Couchling's Choice or something like that, there's a lot of different layers and moving parts. So some of it has to be done.
I got Jack 3.
I could have done it in all After Effects, but I decided to actually do it within Adobe Animate because I needed something that was going to be easier to modify over time and try and take out some of the process. But like for the game grumps and stuff like that, the background parts are all put into After Effects
when you
put
go
together
between the two different programs, or multiple even, maybe.
After Effects allows you to do more background transitions and do a lot more little like visual tweaks and effects. So if it's a more visually dynamic piece, you have to use After Effects to get kind of like that kind of like camera shifts.
It's more beneficial too.
So like most of the time for animation, compositing happens in After Effects because there's a lot easier. Adobe Animate is good for animation. It's not always the greatest for rendering everything together. You don't really want to render it all out at once in Adobe Animate. It can do it for some stuff, but honestly, one thing that it likes to do, like say you draw your backgrounds in Photoshop, right? Yeah. It likes to lower the resolution of them. Even if it's the same resolution, it tends to pixelate to a degree that bothers me. And I'm like, I want the same kind of I want that same quality that I have in Photoshop, but Adobe Animate likes to lower its res. So what I usually end up doing is I triple the size of my backgrounds in Adobe Photoshop, so create it.
You kind of do like a DPI hack almost, right?
Yeah, kind of. I do it like 600 DPI when I'm doing backgrounds, whereas my normal illustrations are only 300 because I know that I might want to zoom in or I might want to zoom out or I might want to make background objects larger. And if I do it at a higher DPI, I know it's most likely that, okay, cool, this won't lose resolution because it's not a vectorized object.
Gotcha.
So it can't maintain it.
And that's all stuff you have to think about, like going through as an artist. It's not just like learn to draw well. It's like now it's like learn this program well. How does this work? Like how do these two interact with each other?
Yeah, it's like when people say, "Oh, how do you find your style?" It's another kind of variation of that, where it's like you don't find it, you just kind of just keep drawing. I think my biggest advice.
You was the correct answer.
Yeah, honestly, it's not untrue, really. Honestly, yeah. Like really what you need to focus on is not looking for a style, but just get better at drawing. And getting better at drawing is
Chance of getting shield.
doing
Nice.
studies of other artists that you like and trying to redraw their work while still saying, hey, this is like I did today on a Twitter post, is like, hey, this sketch was based off this artist and here's a link so you can see that this is not an original idea. I was just doing a lesson. I thought the sketch turned out cool. Go check out the original artist. As long as you're doing a study and crediting people, you're fine.
As best you can.
Yeah, as best you can. Or at least like, this is where I found the image. I don't know who originally did it, but here it's from this Pinterest board.
This is what I got. This is what if you want to try something else or figuring it out on your own, please do. I would love to know as well, type of thing.
As long as you admit like, hey, this is based on reference, like especially if it's like a direct post copy, it's like, just say it. You're really just, you're giving yourself way less of a headache in the future. And also, like, why would you not give credit to the artist that created the stuff that helped inspire your piece? Like, it doesn't take away from what you did. It just...
Future collab chance, perhaps?
Yeah, it just gives credit where credit's due.
Blue Protocol or Ready Aim Eye?
Later, 5.
You decide which one.
Me?
Ready Aim Eye or Blue Protocol?
I think Blue Protocol.
I have no idea what they do, so... Let it guide. Add shields. Upgrade your weapon. Fuck yeah. Good choice, Sam.
Yeah.
5 5s.
The reticle made me think that like it's just gonna put like a line to show you where you're going. But yeah, practice anatomy. Practice drawing from landscapes. Just practice drawing a little bit of everything. If you're bad at drawing bears, draw bears. If you're bad at drawing hands, draw hands. The only way to get better at art, and all of it's gonna, it's gonna raise all ships. Like if you get better at drawing hands, it's actually gonna help you with drawing bears.
It's gonna help you with drawing intricate things that can move in all sorts of varieties. Yeah,
exactly. Like the more you practice other things, you practice bicycles, it will kind of help you draw hands. Like you're still gonna have to practice and get better at hands, but
cars
in a
and
weird way,
too. Yeah,
all that stuff helps.
Yeah. It'll work. There's no bad skill.
Unless you're guys artists? I'm an artist. Chris is an artist of video editing.
I wouldn't even fucking say that, but thank you. That's probably the best compliment I've received in a long time. Thank you, Sam.
Yeah, like...
Also, welcome, Waveless Art. Thank you for the follow.
But yeah, I do all the... This is Sam. I do all the art for the channel. Chris does all the video editing.
Why am I floating? Oh, I'm floating. Great, I'm floating.
Chris composites the thumbnails together.
Great, I'm floating. I'm flying. What does that mean for when I'm in the air?
Is this Aphrodite?
This is Athena.
Oh, this is Athena?
Athena? Athena? Athena. We did it!
Hey, we won.
Fuck you, non-believers! You're not floating, I got flight. That's what I'm saying. Like, how does that affect my my attack up for being in the air,
Yeah, I don't know.
She got melted.
But yeah, Waveless Art, any art you see on the channel, whether it's the couch coins or any... this HUD, all that stuff, that'd be me. I am solely responsible for all of it.
Oh, cool.
Whether you like it or not.
We got the credits.
Hey.
I can consider this game done. Unless you guys want more, but I can consider it done. But this is what I was hoping for with Spelunky, but Spelunky's just got so much
hard.
To get to the credits. Just the first credits, not even the whole game. There's way more after that. It's fucking insane. So I was like, okay, well, you know what?
Yeah.
I'll get my credits in this game.
Oilless, that's basically what it is. Your style just kind of emerges over time based on things that you like. You shouldn't try to actively seek it. You should just actively try to get better. Drawing from life, drawing from realism, practicing different styles, and eventually your style is going to merge into what it's going to be. I don't think there's a way to guarantee a style. You can learn to draw in other styles. But your natural style is just going to be an amalgamation of everything that you like. That's why mine's like a mixture of like Mike Mignola, Hellboy, Dragon Ball Z, Samurai Jack, and like Naruto. Like it's a stupid blend of a bunch of dumb stuff. My
drawing style is second graders, maybe. That's what my real inspiration for it.
You were all right in freshman year when we were in high school.
I completely stopped. In fact, I just recently went onto my DeviantArt and deleted everything. Mostly because I was like, haha, can't track me now, fuckers.
Yeah. I literally told my students, they're like, oh, we have to say goodbye? I'm like, yeah, but don't worry, I can't hide. They know my last name, so it's just like, you think I can hide with this kind of a last name? Yeah. It's so unique, and I'm the only artist in my entire lineage. There's no way for me to hide.
If you break Sam's last name apart, it's got every letter of the alphabet.
Yeah.
Even the Z's and Q's. Oh, man. let's see. What do I want to buy? Dangerous Mine. I already bought that character. Might want to just go down this path. Mercy Hood. May the love be with you. Double the amount of hearts recovered. Oh, that sounds super good.
Yeah, Waveless.
I'm not going to be able to get it, but that sounds... Maybe I can.
You might be able to.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah,
I was just 2 over.
That's pretty much it. Like, when you're learning as an artist, you're practicing other people's art. I drew Mega Man X. I drew Mega Man Battle Network stuff. I drew Dragon Ball Z stuff. Like, style is just, you know, you pick apart little different things that you like about different styles, and they kind of all merge together and blend, and eventually it's like a soup. Eventually you have hopefully you have something really good at the end, or you're like John Chris Falusi and you're just disgusting and everybody hates you for good reason.
Don't know who that is, but I hate him.
Creator
too.
of Ren and Stimpy.
Oh, never mind.
Gotta hate that guy.
I am aware of his work then.
Yeah.
A people soup. Oh man. Well, I don't know if we're going to come back to this or not. I imagine probably not. We'll probably move on to something else.
We'll probably put up a vote so people, and like Lily said, if Lily does art streams sometimes too, so if you want to check them out.
They're on the Discord, guys.
Yeah, Lily does some really good work when it comes to like, I don't want to misspeak, but when it comes to like crafting, like knitting and all that other kind of stuff, and also like making suits and all this kind of cool cosplay stuff.
You're going to be doing art stream with Anthro? Simplified Furry Art, Lily?
Yeah.
Go on to the Discord and look for that, everybody. I don't know when she's going to start it, but that's what she's saying, so...
Yeah.
It's been real, guys. That was awesome. Congratulations on whoever won coins today. Thank you, guys. Blue, again, thank you for running those predictions.
That's
despite
awesome,
the fact that
good luck with
brings out the non-believers.
Make sure to go to the art. Make sure to the art section on the Discord. There's a lot of really good artists there. They're all always trying to help each other. So I think it's a pretty good art community so far.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see you guys later. Thank you for being here. I think we're gonna do a stream next Tuesday or next Thursday. It is Christmas Eve, so if it gets canceled last minute, sorry. But if not, you know, right now we're planning on being able to.
Yeah, because neither of us are planning on going anywhere. I know I'm not.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, love you guys. Stay safe. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the follows. Thanks for the cheers.
Yeah, thanks for all the cheers, everybody.
Appreciate you guys. We'll see you later. Hopefully this works. I tested earlier and it did work. So we'll see how it goes. Love you guys. Beep, bop, boop.